quick and just discuss how to reduce tearing during birth. So this is like a legit fear. I know it was for me. But one of the ways that your provider probably won't inform you is that your jaw, the tenseness of your jaw, the tension you hold in your jaw, is directly related to the tension you hold in your pelvic floor. Now, as we get closer to those late third trimester, in that late third trimester, it's really important to understand how to reduce that tension in your pelvic floor, because if you are super, super tight, you cannot open that space to allow baby to come. So a lot of times I think society today is telling us, like, you gotta push, you gotta push, you gotta push, but no one talks about being able to do these simple movements and how to breathe so that you can really open your space down in your pelvic floor and in your hip, your whole pelvis region, in order to allow baby to come down, because that is the key. So the first place to get started would be to make sure you grab my book, and then with that you can get the pregnancy journal, because I have specific core and pelvic floor exercises right here for you. It's really important that you understand how to strengthen and release at the same time. I walk you through that in this book. I walk you through that here. I give you detailed, very detailed information about, your pelvic floor, how to breathe correctly, so that it's all there, your transverse, all here. And then, of course, okay, you can grab, this is postpartum, which you will need after you have baby. This walks you through the, oh, I just need it for 1 second. This walks you through the 3 phases of rebuilding your core after baby and your pelvic floor, okay? Hold on, I just need it for 1 second. So you're gonna need a small ball, and then take your jaw, and right where you feel it opening or moving when you open, that's where you want, okay? So you're gonna put it right here, and just grab a yoga block, okay? So if you have a big pregnant belly, you're gonna make your way down, so you can see. Very carefully, and you're gonna put that here, lying on your side, and you're just gonna, and it's probably gonna feel uncomfortable, but you'll feel the tension there, and you can kind of just keep it in one spot, and then move it, like right there is actually very tight. Oh, right there is very tight too. So just working on your breathing, moving this around, and you might automatically feel your pelvic floor release. Like I am literally feeling it release right now. Yes, I'm coming. So you can just do that on the side, and then you're going to switch, and you're going to do that on the other side.
Who's right here, Mommy?
Me. I am. Okay, so then you're going to, right where it pops, right there. So now you're going to come down, and you're going to feel that tension, focus on your breathing. Please move on. And just really feel that. Releasing. And that's why it's important, especially during the active labor, that you really hold on. Here, you might have this. We'll put it in your circle. I'll be right there. It's really important to, like during those contractions, we tend to clench. It's really important to relax, relax, relax. You can squeeze a comb, actually, like a bristle side up, and that really helps take that tension out. The other way that you can release tension in your pelvic floor is literally by putting the ball. So you're going to feel like your sit bone right here, and you're going to put that ball, and you can just literally, you might not be able to put all your weight on it, and just roll that around, and really feeling the tension being released right there. Okay, so then you can do that on both sides, and put it on this side too. So I'm not going to tell you that this is 100% you're not going to tear, but it's definitely going to help. And the other way that you can reduce tearing literally is by breathing your baby down. So if you end up having an epidural, or that's your chosen method of wanting to give birth, or like maybe you end up there even though you didn't want to be there, but regardless. Instead of being on your back, which society, like all the videos on YouTube, most of the videos, like you see women on their back in the hospital. But what that's doing is that's creating less space for baby to come out. It's literally squishing your sacrum up. So if you just rotate to your side, that opens up. Here, go put this in your nest too. That's going to open up all the space back here. So side lying is very helpful. If you are, you know, you don't have epidural, movement is key. You have got to move. A lot of times what happens, women stall their labor because they're laying down. Movement is what's going to keep it going. So this is really helpful for lying on your all fours. Again, opening that space. And it's just important to have those conversations with your provider. I walked through how to do that in here because they just want it easier on them. And I'm not saying that they're not open. Some might be more open than others, but it's just a conversation you want to have before that point comes. And also, if you're on, like, say this is the hospital bed, leaning on the hospital bed like this is really going to open and create that space. That was just one of the positions that I really enjoyed. That's how I gave birth to all of my babies, except for my last one, actually. But I had that conversation with my provider. And a couple of times, the provider that saw me through my pregnancies was not the same provider that was there on delivery day. And it was definitely like my husband had to interject and be like, this is what works for her. Like, please leave her, like, let her do this. Because they're like, no, you've got to go on your back. And I was like, I'm not laying on my back. Like, one, it was not comfortable for me. Especially my first son came out sunny side up. So, like, his spine was rubbing on my spine as he was descending. And it was, the back labor was intense. Anyways, I hope that's helpful. Make sure you grab your books. If you have questions, let me know. If you know a mom, please share this with her. And again, even if you're postpartum, this book is I have an entire section on postpartum recovery and rehab because you can't have one without the other. So make sure you grab that and with your journal. Please. I always forget how to X out of this.